Everybody know what time it is? You ready on the echo?
Oh, I sure am.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Paul Baker.
Paul Baker.
The CEO of the COC. Some splaining to do for you and me. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Paul Baker.
Paul Baker.
Paul Baker.
Paul Baker.
Paul Baker. Hey, Paul. We're talking to you. So, how was your trip? Like to hear all about it. The emerging leaders trip to Washington, D.C. to a dozen kids. And by the way, they look stoked, man.
Yeah, they looked like they had a good time.
Yeah,
which is great.
We want to see you emerging leaders emerge and lead.
Yes. Yeah, you do that.
Okay, cool. There's a photo. You're getting ready for the red-eye flight to D.C. and you're smiling. It's a pretty good picture of you. The woman next to you is Cristie Stone. She's got her arm around your waist. Why do we mention that? Well, because player 2 has entered the game.
Now, quick reminder, we're not accusing anyone of anything. We're asking questions based on documentation that we've been seeing come up and questions that have been raised to us. So we're hoping that we can get some clarification because realistically, we hope that nothing has gone afoul and that everything has a perfectly legitimate explanation.
You are just on fire tonight.
I'm great, aren't I?
Yeah. Honestly, I've had a long day and I'm a little spacey.
I don't blame you.
So I'm so glad to see that you're locked on and eloquent.
Doing my best.
Yeah. So when we say Cristie Stone has entered the game, that just means there are questions for her too. Now, like those questions have already existed. We're just now aware of them.
Yes, exactly.
So we have been flooded with an overwhelming surplus of diggity.
Right.
with an overwhelming amount of
new information too.
Right. One day this week, I was on the phone for 6 hours.
Right.
And somebody else would call when I was wrapping up with another person. Because they all want to be like.
It is kind of crazy to see how many people are coming out of the woodwork to sort of compare stories. Yeah,
one person who's okay. So let's recap the PVSC thing for a minute, and why it matters. Because as the Idaho Falls podcast, we're wondering about the Greater Idaho Falls Chamber of Commerce. So what the hell does this thing have to do? Well, hang on. Paul Baker is the president and CEO of the Greater Idaho Falls Chamber of Commerce. Our history with him is simply we've questioned 3 decisions of his, including his most recent one to use the America 250 slogan as Happy Birthday USA.
Yeah.
No shit. Is that it? Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It's the Dwight Schrute, it is your birthday sentiment printed out on dot matrix printer paper.
Right.
It's the most basic bitch slogan any city could possibly have for the 250th.
Yeah.
That's
what we would have liked to have seen something a little bit higher effort, in our opinion.
Let's just look, man, your decisions influence us all. They reflect on us. And I feel we look bad. Yeah, it reflects poorly on us as a city and as citizens. And by the way, that's the opposite of your job. I think I said last episode. So because we've been critical of this one person, there have been other people going, I got some shit to say too. Maybe these guys will finally listen. That's been a sentiment expressed by a lot of people like, I can't believe what's going on. My eyes are wide open. I've seen this and I need an outlet and no one is listening. And that's another problem.
That is another problem. I agree.
Greater Idaho Falls Chamber of Commerce Board. Why aren't you saying anything?
Yeah.
Mayor, city council?
I mean, especially because
the whole
point
not your job, but what's the expression I came up with once? It's not your fault, but it is your problem.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and the whole point of a board is accountability. Some people might see it as micromanaging, and I don't think that's very fair, because really the whole point is to make sure that nothing is going awry without other people knowing it and without a chance for course correction.
So Paul Baker, being from the UK when he was Paul Morris, is a big fan of football. We call it soccer here, like normal people.
Normal people call it football.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so he was heavily involved in the Portneuf Valley Soccer Club. Mm-hmm. He was the, I believe, executive director. Mm-hmm. I think that's somewhere in the news when he's talking about their indoor soccer club.
Right.
Elsewhere at the Portneuf Valley Soccer Club, in a leadership position, director, something, vice
We're not
president
exactly
of
sure,
something.
but we're figuring it out. We've had a lot to go through lately, so I will admit that our understanding isn't as good as we'd like it to be,
Yeah.
but we're getting there. Okay?
Yeah, and that either means we're a faulty source or completely qualified because we're dumb Americans too.
Right.
And if we're confused, that's the thing.
Yeah.
We're confused. We don't have any answers. We just have questions. Okay. A bunch of stuff not adding up. Mm-hmm. Christy Stone was there at the PVSC as well.
Right.
Well, this week, so those are the two key players involved. Mm-hmm. At a time when we told you last episode, the PVSC reported for the tax year 2024 in 2025 that they had become aware of a misappropriation scheme. Mm-hmm. And they were fully cooperating with law enforcement officials. Mm-hmm. Now, they have completed their forensic accounting investigation and handed their findings off to Ian Johnson, Bennett County prosecutor.
Right.
And he has issued a summons. Who's it going to be for?
Right.
Who you got?
So they
one of the
haven't
directors
released-
at that time, Christy or Paul?
Right. Because they haven't released the name yet.
Both.
Now, that being said, that should be going on sometime this week. So we should know when it happens who has been officially summoned. And I think we'll probably even get some information from the questions they answer. I'm not totally sure, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, and to be clear here, a summons isn't a guilty verdict. It doesn't prove that anyone did anything. It's really just an opportunity for people to ask questions, get them answered so that they can figure out what's going on and see if there is a crime being committed or anything like that.
And see if there is a perfectly reasonable, perfectly innocent, perfectly logical explanation for all of this. Well, what is all of this? $100,000 missing from the Portneuf Valley Soccer Club's purse strings for that indoor soccer club that never materialized.
Right.
Now, I would say it's safe to say that one thing surrounding Paul Baker is,
in our opinion at least,
that we saw on the Jack of the North blog, and we see here with the indoor soccer club. These are things surrounding it. Did I say responsible for? No. Did I say maliciously and deliberately? No.
Right.
They're just in the same place at the same time.
Right.
People get, a big thing being proposed. People getting excited about the big thing. Fundraising taking place for the big thing. And then the big thing never materializes.
Right.
Just like the PVSC Indoor Soccer Club.
Yeah.
And then what's weird is a bunch of companies and foundations were formed around the same time of all of this financial f***ery.
Right. And basically, we want to know, why were they formed? Specifically, there was one that was like the PVSC Foundation. But if the PVSC was already a nonprofit, why do we need another nonprofit of a similar name?
Right. And thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. Now I'm going to go to my Chat GPT notes because, again,
like, that just seems redundant and confusing, and like it could create issues where people are maybe even, donating. They think they're donating to one thing, but it turns out they're actually donating to another.
That could be. I don't even know that for sure, but I
Right.
think that's good speculation.
Yeah. Well, and also it makes you wonder too, did the board know about it? Were they aware? Did they approve of it? Because it seems like a weird thing to do in my opinion, but I've also, never worked on something like that. So maybe I'm just a dum-dum.
Our hardworking whistleblower has put a lot of info together for us and fed it to us to the point where we're like, I'm lost. Let's put it all into ChatGPT and get a timeline.
Right.
And that's important because this timeline convolutes a lot of stuff. So before everything happened, the PVSC Gates City Youth Soccer already existed as a soccer organization. I think it had nonprofit status. I think, like you said,
Right.
not sure. Then Paul and Christy become key names to that organization. That's about the time things started changing. Paid roles, financial losses, more complicated entity activity, which we will get to. Doesn't prove a thing.
Yeah. Doesn't say, that doesn't even mean anything was wrong.
But
it's
we
okay
can
for
say,
people to come in and change stuff. That's part of their job.
We can say this is when the same names start appearing again and again.
Right.
Paul Baker, Christy Stone. I'm going to go slow here. The first major paperwork moment, November of 2024, a new PVSC foundation appears. Who authorized it? Did the board? No.
Yeah.
It appears to be a new foundation with a name very close to an already existing soccer organization. And remember, there's a Greater Idaho Falls Chamber of Commerce and then a Greater Idaho Falls Chamber of Commerce Foundation.
Right, which is also a little odd.
And I think, it depends on how the funds are collected, but does the people's nose disclosure happen, right?
Right.
Okay, early 25, Idaho FC enters the picture. Paul and Christy, both connected, we believe. Idaho FC later connects to Pioneer Growth and Davies Field in Pocatello. Why did they enter into a relationship with Davies Field before the Portneuf Valley Soccer Club indoor complex was completed? Does that mean that they knew it would not get completed? It would make sense.
Right.
It wouldn't be obligatory or compulsory.
Right. And it might not even be sense. Yeah, and it might not even be that they knew it would not get completed for nefarious reasons. They could have just realized that the project was falling through and that they needed to make other arrangements.
Now there are multiple lanes crossing. PVSC Foundation, Idaho FC, Pioneer Companies, Chamber Foundation, Pocatello addresses, and soccer activity. March of 25, that's a big one.
Right.
Timeline gets crowded. Is that when Paul is connected to forming or filing the Chamber Foundation? Is that when there are addresses or registered agent changes involving entities connected to Paul or Christy? Is that when Pioneer-related companies are active or changing information? Is that when PVSC-related concerns appear to be developing? Is that when there's also a PVSC Gala fundraising event? This is the heart of it all. Here's the simple way to say it. March 2025 is where the paperwork starts piling up. You have soccer entities, chamber entities, private companies, address changes, and overlapping people all moving around at the same time. That's fine. Right? Unless there's missing money somewhere.
Right. Or if there are non-disclosed conflicts of interest, which at the end of the day, no one even, I don't think people would even mind too much if there was some kind of conflict of interest, so long as they're transparent about it and let them know.
Oh, yeah. Some people get, to let things slide. Some people get more leeway.
Right.
If you're an A-list actor, you might get, have a little say in how something's directed or a line that gets changed or something, right?
Right.
So what did the chamber board know? Governance question about the chamber. If a chamber foundation was created before the chamber board fully understood it, that's a problem even if nothing criminal happened. And I guess, I'm going to kind of, and then these companies, Pioneer companies and dissolved entities. So there are now companies that came up and then disappeared.
Right.
Why were they there? For convenience or what? Or just trying things out and they didn't work out?
Right.
So what do we want answered? Public records appear to show a tight cluster of nonprofits, foundations, private companies, soccer ventures, shared addresses, and chamber activity involving overlapping people in a very short period of time. Maybe every piece of that has a perfectly logical explanation. We just need to hear it.
Right.
And regardless of what the answer is, here's two other problems I see, Karley. So there's the facts. Here come back to opinion land.
Right.
Two other problems I see. I think you've got a transparency issue, my friend.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Where's the board members, the chamber directory of members on your website? They were there in 24, not there in 25.
Right, which is a little uncommon.
Understanding?
Yeah.
Had it, don't have it. Transparency, which leads to credibility.
Right, I agree.
And I think you touched on that last episode. You said transparency, I said credibility. And Karley, I'd like to give you retroactive respect for that.
you.
I sort of glossed over it because I was going in a direction, but I'm glad you mentioned that. Very important.
Well, thank you.
And then Idaho Falls has a problem. Why are the people I got 2 messages, one from somebody who said they knew about corruption within the PVSC, according to them, for a year. They had 4 kids, all went there, paid a lot of dues. Oh, and is that another thing that's happening? Anytime Paul Baker is connected to an event, is dues skyrocket?
There's been some speculation around that.
Double, nearly double. Let's look. We had, and we don't have it right now. So I'm just asking the question, not providing evidence, but I think I've got it in the flurry of files I received. Let's look at the Greater Idaho Falls Chamber of Commerce membership dues over his reign for the last, 5 years?
Something like that.
And how they've gone up. What about PVSC dues and how they've gone up? But anyway, someone said they knew about it for a year. Someone said they knew about it for 18 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's interesting that we got on it right before this part anyway came to a head. I feel like we might be on this train for a while.
Unfortunately. We like discussing funny stuff and making dick jokes.
If we can get off.
Yeah.
But City of Idaho Falls, Madam Mayor, City Council, East Idaho News.
Well,
Why aren't they coming to you?
Yeah.
Why are they coming to us? And they're coming to us.
It's a little weird to see how many people are.
Why are they coming to the Gas Station Mushroom Gummy podcast?
Yeah. Instead of, credible news sources.
Well, this concludes the Hey Paul segment for this episode. Hey Paul.
Hey Paul.
Paul Baker.
Paul Baker.
The CEO of the COC has been.
Hey Paul. Paul Baker.
Remix.